On the island of Newfoundland, upon the southwest coast, lies the little town of Burgeo, to whom I'll sing this toast. There are so many highlands that lie just off her shore, and when the cold north wind blows, you can hear the billows roar. The people from the village make their living from the sea. They like their independence. It shows that they are free. Some fish in their small boats in the wind, the rain and sleet, while others make their living on the offshore trawler fleet. They've known their share of tragedies down through the years, and when the memories overcome, they show their grief with tears. For they have lost some loved ones to the furies of the seas, for heartaches and heartbreaks are locked in memories. This village has got beauty carved on its rugged shore. 7 miles of pure white sand. Who could ask for more? The mountains and the valleys where the rivers run so fast, and the salmon rise to the sportsman's fly as he makes another cast. Now the people of this village love their native home, for anyone who goes away will surely will return. Just like that lifelong mystery, the answer you won't know. What makes this rugged village burn so deeply in your soul? What makes this rugged village burn so deeply in your soul?
Good evening, and welcome to This Week in Review. Due to the technical problems last week, those stories will be heard again this week. So tonight in our stories we have Walk for Wellness, Paving at the Marine Center, Fire All Repairs, Performance at the Museum, Remote Control Flying, Cruise Boat Visit, Foodland's Donations, Burgeo Museum, Halibut Song, Canada Day Celebrations. Please stay tuned for these stories after this.
When you wish for something wonderful to happen.
Sometimes it can make you forget
About the needles and the pain.
and get through this thing.
Forget about being stuck inside.
Laugh with my family?
Go somewhere really amazing and get through this thing.
The Children's Wish Foundation of Canada. Imagine the difference a wish can make.
On Monday, the Inch by Inch Row by Row group held their community walk for wellness. 65 people took part in the walk. It began at the community center parking lot and went into the shooting range area. At each kilometer mark, there was a cooler which contained bottled water and cereal bars. The total walk was for 10 kilometers, 5 kilometers in and 5 kilometers out. Everyone walked at their own pace, and others only walked a short distance, with which they felt comfortable with. Upon registration, Names were entered in for a prize. The winners were Joyce Bellard, Claudine Ann, Mary Anderson, Angela Curry, Eleanor Swift, Ethel Barter, Sheila Skinner, Linda Pink, Nita Lushman, Maisie Morris, and Maxine Porter. On Monday of this week, paving began at the Marine Service Center's parking lot. Several dump trucks, spreader, and roller were in town to do the job by J&J Paving. There was a bit of them at work. The fire out is getting some repairs done to it. The fire department has hired Mr. Kelvin Benight to replace and repair the siding to the hall. On Tuesday, Ronald Dunford was at the museum doing some entertaining by singing and playing his accordion. Ronald is originally from Burgeo and is now living in the Stephenville area. A nice crowd had come to the museum to listen to Ronald play. Here are some of the songs he done.
Just a year ago today, I had my info out to the lovely shores of Newfoundland. I traveled many miles, aspiring and God's fishermen. They came across the sea to this lovely island. plains, wide hills, and the mountains, your shoulders are shingle and sand. God bless and keep you as you are. We love you, Newfoundland. God bless and keep you as you are. We love you, Newfoundland. God bless and keep you as you are. We love you. He's a proud Newfoundlander wherever he goes. Not by how he speaks or because of his clothes. Don't be quick to judge him when you see him around. Just proud of his country, proud of his new town. He's a proud Newfoundlander and a fisherman's son. He's proud of his hometown where he comes from. He's proud of the people next to living from the sea, and the dangers and the hardships that feed their family. He's not a great scholar, learns not from the book. He's learning from the living and the hard not to steer. His hands, they are callous and the weather being brown. The sea and the salt spray has changed him somehow. He's a proud Newfoundlander wherever he goes. Not proud of his beaks or the cut of his clothes. Don't be quick to judge him when you see him around. Just proud of his country, proud of his new town. He's not a great scholar, learns not from the book. He's learning from the living and the hard knocks do. His hands, they are calloused and the winter's being brown. The sea and the salt spray has changed him somehow. The sea and the salt spray has changed him somehow.
Alan Anderson has been involved with remote control flying now for the past 4 to 5 years. He does most of his flying near his cabin in Indiano. Remote control flying is becoming a popular sport. If anyone is interested in this sport and would like to learn more about it, you can contact Alan at 886-2818. Here is a video that he gave me of his flying. On Thursday, a cruise boat came into the harbor near the ferry wharf. She was off too far for me to catch her name. She did not stay. She had launched a small boat and then made her way further down the coast.
How are you today?
On Wednesday, Foodland was collecting donations for the food banks across Atlantic Canada. Staff members were outside the store cooking hot dogs and offering drinks in return for a donation. A total of $62.40 was raised.
Teresa. Water? Water? Oh, will we? Yeah. Do you know, remember Shah? No, this is Darian. Have a bottle of water, Teresa.
Please stay tuned for more after this.
I really feel the War Amps is a family. You just talk and share different stories. And it's really nice because it's very intimate and you just get to be together and get to know the younger champs and the older ones. We're there for each other and we really support each other. I feel like I've known them forever. It's incredible, the bond we share.
The Burgeo Museum is now open to the general public. They have hired 3 students for the summer: Bethany Ann, Brittany Bellard, and Olivia Anderson. Their hours are from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. on weekdays, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on weekends and holidays. Canada Day celebrations were held there on July 1st. Numerous people had dropped by to have a piece of cake and look around the museum. The museum contains a lot of artifacts of Burgeo's past. Feel free to drop by and have a look around and discover some of Burgeo's history. I have been requested to play the Halibut song again, as people were not realizing that it was going to be aired.
Contentedly fishing, directing for codfish, making enough money for me to get by. Somebody told me out west of that island is a good place for halibut, you gotta try. So I added some trawl to the end of my cod gear, just hoping that big halibut for to raise. To catch me a big one, it was my ambition, and I would be famous for 3 or 4 days. I fished for 1 week and a few mornings after, but never a sign of a fish did I see. I'd have one more try, I was getting impatient. There would be no more halibut fishing for me. On the first day of June, it was one awesome morning, with the water as calm as you wish it to be. I spied this huge beauty come gracefully floating straight from the bottom to come and greet me. Now I was a rookie and I was cross-handed, as green as they come, I had hardly a clue. If I knew about fishing as much as I know now, a whole different story I'd be telling you. So I pulled on the line as tight as I was able. When the boat moved the right way, why I'd have her beat. Then I'd slack on the line, just at the right moment. I would have that huge halibut right at my feet. When I slacked on the line, the boat rebelled against me. I helplessly watched that fish fade out of sight. That big 16 hook was left more straight than crooked, a picture I'll carry the rest of my life. Early the next morning with a block and a tackle, kinda wishing that someone would kick my behind for not being ready and losing that big one. I swore I'd be better prepared the next time. Engrossed in my work and nearly completed, I heard sound of footsteps a-coming my way. It was Uncle Joe, an experienced old salty, who'd caught many's a fine halibut in his day. I see you're getting ready for the big one, hey Henry. Don't wait till it's too late, till it swims away. He didn't know it and I didn't tell him that I lost that big halibut just yesterday. Well, I've never quite got over losing that big one, and many's a fish, large and small, have I found. When I see a big halibut, sometimes I wonder, is it the same one that I lost out on Ramia ground?
On Thursday, the 50 Plus Club held Canada Day celebrations at the park. The opening ceremonies began at 2 p.m. with the club president Owen Marsden doing opening remarks.
Hello everybody, happy Canada's birthday, 143 years old today. I want to welcome everybody in. At the same time, there is one little thing I'd like to ask the people here today. And that is, we should also remember the people that did fight and keep Canada free, and are still involved with it. Canada can't be the country it is without the people that's in Afghanistan and people that fought in wars to keep us free. And I'm glad that I'm part of Canada. Has been voted the most popular country in the world numerous times as the best place on the face of this earth to live is Canada. We should be very proud of that.
Mayor McDonald also had a few words to say.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to thank Owen and the 50 Plus Club for organising this event here today, and I'm sure you will have an enjoyable evening. As we gather here today to celebrate Canada's birthday, it's a great country that we live in, and like Owen has already stated, it's one of the best in the world. It's a country of peace and freedom, and a lot of countries don't have that. As we watch our daily TV, we notice what happens in other parts of the world. So it's something that we all should be proud of, and that's why today we're here to celebrate that. Also, it's a day of remembrance. It's a remembrance of the World War I, II, and the Battle of Mount Boamo, where all of our Newfoundlanders gave the supreme sacrifice, and all of our military people today that wear uniforms across this country and in other countries to protect our homeland, Canada. We certainly commend and thank them for that. It's the people that gave the supreme sacrifice that give us peace that we have here today, and we should be very proud indeed to be able to come here today and celebrate the great country called Canada. It's an honor and a privilege to live in a country like this. I also want to mention today as well, it's the 60th anniversary of the RCMP being in Newfoundland and Labrador. And they wear the uniform as well, and they're here to protect our communities and keep law and order. So we certainly appreciate them as well on this day.
"O Canada" was played.
We'll ask everybody to rise, please, and Aiden's got "O Canada" there, and we'll remember the people that fought for us. Still do. Sing "O Canada."
And Owen Merson didn't cut the cake, which was then passed out as people sat back and enjoyed the music or mingled with other people.
It's yours, and smoke a heart, and fires will rise here no more. They built the large cities all over our land, and under its prairies their firm houses stand.
Or they'll end up making you a fool. You'll have to choose between them, and you won't know what's wrong or right, unless you do the same thing I done, and I'm still riding my bike. Unless you do the same thing I done, and I'm still riding my bike.
brothers among them were known. And first when the white men they came to our land, we treat them like brothers, we lend them a hand. We knew they were weary and wanted repose, never thinking the white
This concludes our program for tonight. Thank you for watching. Good night.